Lastly, authority is a technique which has stood for the test of time. From ancient tribes to your parents to law enforcement, when one of such exalted status speak, everyone listens. We do not question back. In fact, we've been told since a child not to question authority, such as your own parents and your grade school teachers. Maybe it was a little biased, their opinion, but whatever. You see this as a socially agreed upon that these people have the experience and expertise in any particular area, and to follow their lead is wise. In fact, again, it allows our brains to lower its own workload by taking this perceived shortcut and upgrading our own path. When people are confused, they do not look within for answers. That's where all the confusion is. They look outside to someone that they see as credibly having the solutions. In practice, this is best displayed in credentializing yourself before the call. If you start listing your accreditations on the call, you just sound like you're bragging about yourself, and that's ugly. No one likes a braggart. I have found the best practice to be directing a team member and transferring the call to you or a letter of introduction prior to your presentation, right? To have someone transfer the call to you should sound like this. I'm going to have you speak with blank. Blank has been with us for blank number of years and knows everything there is to know about blank. You couldn't be in better hands. Please hold for only one moment. An introduction as simple as this went from someone who has achieved hyperexposed affinity through presenting themselves of such proper standards is now registered as public accord. With the prospect now liking the transferee, along with feeling impressed by the process, that liking will now transfer to you, as the transferee is essentially referring you. That makes sense? In this simple transfer, you've achieved those three major principles. The prospect, upon your answer, begins in a very submissive posture, completely compliant with the beginning of your presentation and the path you suggest he mobilizes down. The letter of introduction is equally as potent. I recommend a physical piece of mail, as the additional effort will trigger the correlative interrelation principle in your prospect receiving an unexpected product at an unexpected time and of value, right? Your prospect will know full well that you could have emailed it or not done it all, which allows you to already be seen as someone worthy of doing business with, that you went the extra mile, you sent something of value. That then is accentuated by the content. I'm looking forward to our upcoming interaction on the topic of blank, and just to give you some background about me regarding this topic, here's what I've done in the past, and here are my credentials. Then you list your career highlights. Upon your prospect reviewing this, again, you will start the presentation with your prospect in a completely compliant posture, because you weren't bragging about yourself. He saw this before he got on the phone with you. He volunteered to. Remember, these techniques are extremely potent. And because we've been able to reverse engineer how the human brain actually works, and as such, we're able to operate within the blind spots. Our brains have been nurtured to safely proceed, and it has for a very long time. Here's the kick. No one's brain is wired to be on guard of its own path from its own blind spots being exposed from an otherwise unalarming professional. As you can imagine, many of those value prospects we have the opportunity to impress will have had some experience with some of these techniques, and most likely by someone looking to abuse blind spots to bully through their newly found superpowers. The world is short on those of ethics, and as such, the world will reward them. Those with ethics are seen to be of high value. So if you master this curriculum, and your sales program will accomplish dreams never dreamt. Really well done. Congratulations to everyone for acquiring this program. If you only knew how rare this recording really was. Good luck to you. I do suggest that you go through this program a couple of times. I do know some of my verbiage is why are you using such big words? It's my education. And you know what? I'm not going to tone or dumb it down for anyone. If I'm on the phone with a prospect, well, I speak to them, but you now have so much material. We've sent you all the modules, the training exercises, and you have direct contact from me. As a customer, if you go through the platform functions, you have messaging to me. So as a respect to you, I'm not going to dumb anything down. If you have a question, I'm here. But you got through the course. Congratulations. You're going to kick butt, seriously.